You got questions, we've got answers. Just ask Kenan. Hey, what's going on? Time for another Ask Kamp Kenan. It's a beautiful fall day. That's right, it's finally fall. Although it's about 85 degrees today, so that's cool. I hope it's not too cold where you guys are at. But today's question, as I cheat off my phone here, today's question is from Nathan C. And Nathan asks me, do cherryheads do better in groups of 2 to 3 instead of keeping just one? That's kind of an interesting question because you see some tortoises are pretty territorial. Like if we're talking about sulcata tortoises, we know that the males do combat. Some redfoots will combat, and cherryheads are basically redfoots for all intents and purposes. But what we're going to do now is we're going to look at some of mine. Here's one right now. He's a female. I got this one from my buddy Scotty Cramner. Actually, I sold him this tortoise a long time ago, and he gave it back to me because he wanted to make sure it had a good home. It was getting too big, and it's a female. But if we go over here, we're going to see that we have a male. And this male's hanging out in the corner. Oh, and it's definitely a male because we know that because it's got a concaved plastron. If I go that way, you can see it a little bit better. A little concave plastron and that long tail. But with the cherryheads, I have not noticed any combat. So I would say if we're talking about cherryhead tortoises, I think it's a good idea to get more than one. They're beautiful tortoises. Oh, there's Petro, he wants some food. What do you say? While I'm chatting to you guys, let's just give him a little something so he feels loved. There you go, little weeds for him. He'll have a little snack. These guys eat all the time, trust me. Anyway, back to the Ask Kamp Kenan question. Where were we? Yes. I think it's a good idea with cherryheads and redfoots even though some of the males will combat. Here's another male, by the way, hiding out in his area. So there's 4 males in this enclosure, and the rest are all females. I believe there's 11 total. I haven't counted in a little while. There's probably 11. Here's Darth Maul. She's hanging out, looking purty as ever. And there's all the gals in there. Just the floor seems to be rotting away. Oh well. But here are all the gals. So let's count them while we're here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Let's see what else we got here. 8 down there. There's 8. 9. 10, 11, 12. All right, so I was off by 1. We've got 12 living in here. And the reason I like having groups, obviously, guys and girls, is because I breed them. So I like to have a large enough group with a large enough area that they all get along. They have places to hide and be away from each other if they want. A lot of visual barriers, which are important. Let me silence my cell phone as everyone's texting me today while we're doing this Ask Kamp Kenan. So they got a lot of visual barriers. They got a water source in here, very important. Large enough for them to soak and drink at their leisure. We've got, of course, some cactus pads growing up here, and you'll see that if they hang down low enough, they get chomped on. So it's kind of like a cactus buffet, which I think is pretty cool. And then we also have remnants. Oh look, by the way, this is from the hurricane. That fell down, so I just threw it in there. And these guys will just kind of chew it when they want to. It's good because it's so hard that it wears down their beaks, but they do get some good nutrients from that. But what I wanted to show you was also where I've dug up eggs. You can see kind of the depressions right here. There's another one. Over there's yet another. So I've been digging up eggs. And the reason that I tell folks to, look, why I like to get more than one tortoise is because I like to see how these animals interact with each other, right? It's a lot of fun. What's she doing here? It's a lot of fun to watch these animals interact. I think they're fantastic. And, the other thing is when you guys get just one tortoise, you're almost certainly going to want another. And the problem is now you're going to have to find one of the same size so that they don't bully or crowd or, otherwise knock the other ones around. So if you raise them up together, they do really well. And that's what I would suggest. Definitely at least 2. And if you want to start a group, you got to get a few of them and grow them up together, and this way you have a nice balanced, healthy, happy group of cherryhead tortoises hanging out with you for the rest of your life. Remember, they will live 80 years no problem because they take it slow and steady, don't they? Very, very cool. I think this young one is wondering why she's so high off the ground. Let's put her back down and have her just relax. Actually, this is my buddy John Heidecker's tortoise that'll be going home to him soon, and I'll be back to having 11 cherry head tortoises. So there you have a quick Ask Kamp Kenan question. Thank you, Nathan, for your Patreon support. For all you other Patreon supporters out there, thank you. And if you are looking to become a Patreon supporter, go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan, and you can help us continue to bring you some really fun and informative videos about our favorite types of animals, reptiles, and oh, by the way, if you're watching this in November 2017, then if you sign up right away, you can get a really great deal, some discounts on Kamp Kenan hats, Kamp Kenan shirts like the one I'm wearing here today. So all right, everybody, get more than one tortoise, raise them up right. They won't let you down if you do the right thing for them. I'm Kenan, I'm out of here. I gotta go, and well, keep on keeping on. We'll talk to you later, everybody. I think this guy's pooping. Goes in one end and comes out the other. Turtle poop. Bye, guys.